Good day, guys. Welcome back to this channel. So, before we get started, if you've not subscribed, make sure you click on that subscribe button, like, and share. So, last week we actually did analysis on this our Euro USD, GBP USD, and USDJPY. I told you guys that we will be having a bullish move on our Euro USD, right? We actually opened and closed bullish this week, that right? Now we would want to predict for this week that is coming, right? Which is was it not December? I think we would want to predict for December, for 12th of December till 16th of December. We'd want to know where this price will be moving for the other week. So in order to be able to do such, we would have to start this analysis from the higher time frame. So we would analyze it downward to the 4-hour time frame. So when you take a look at this higher time frame, which is the monthly time frame, you will first of all see at first this price was actually giving us a bearish move, right? Euro to USD was dropping. One of the reasons why we were having this bearish move on this drop was that our USD index on DXY, right, was actually giving us a bullish move. We were seeing a bullish momentum on our USD. So this is one of the reasons why any other peers to our USD tends to give us that bearish move. We were seeing a drop on our Euro to USD. Now we also see this moving average, which is 10 period moving average that I've added. So I do tell you guys that if this price is below this moving average, right, we have to look for a way to actually sell, a position to sell, right? So for sometimes this price have been below this moving average. So this is one of the reasons why we were selling, we were shorting on Euro USD, right? Then our price have now corrected itself. Guess what? We are now at price is now above our moving average. So that is to tell you that we are to go bullish. We are to look for a way to go bullish on Euro USD. Now take a look at this movement that was made. This was around October. We actually opened and closed bullish on Euro USD, right? October gave us a bullish move on Euro USD. The month of November actually even gave us more bullish move. We actually had about 5% bullish move. That is about 540 pips movement in the month of November. We actually went bullish right on that November. To the extent we even broke above this moving average. You can see this huge candlestick wick here. Then price kind of give us like a pullback. Now this is the month of December. We are now trading above this moving average. So I mean, when you want to take a trade, right, you will know that this price is a bullish move right now. You can see that this price is above our moving average. So there's only one movement you should be watching out for, which is to actually go long, right? So we all know that this Euro USD, we have to go long. Now, if you take a look at our Euro PS, let's take a look at this Euro year index, right? So to actually understand what this Euro index is saying. So this is the Euro index, right? So when you take a look at this movement, right? Um, this is the daily time frame. You can see the trend. We are having a bullish move. So it's not a surprise that we are having a bullish move on Euro to USD, right? So as this Euro is continuing to give us that bullish move, so at least you should be expecting a bullish move on Euro USD. And when you take a look at your EURUSD index or DXY, you'll see that we are going bearish. I mean, take a look at this on the daily time frame. You see that this DXY or USD index is dropping. So I mean, any PS you would be trading to use this USD should be giving us a bullish move. So you can see now Euro is giving us a bullish move. We are seeing higher highs and higher lows, and USD itself we are seeing lower lows and a lower highs. Then definitely you will know that if you are to trade this Euro to USD, then you are to go long, right? This is an uptrend move. So you can now see that this price is now above our moving average. We've broken above our moving average. Now let's see what this weekly time frame says. This price have now dropped further. We are now, you can see what this movement is. You can see that this price is now trading above our 10 period moving average. Now we all know that once this price is trading above our 10 period moving average, then we have to look for a way to go long, right? So we can see that this price is now above our moving average. So we have to go long. Now let's take a look at this movement. You take a look at this as an highs, then here comes a correction on Euro USD. You take a look at as a new highs that broke this previous highs, right, on Euro USD. New highs have been made that broke this previous highs. Then here comes again a correction on Euro USD. Guess what we've gotten next again? A new highs on Euro USD. Guess what? Next followed, which is a pullback, higher lows. Then again, a new highs have been made on Euro USD. So we are kind of like expecting a pullback on this Euro USD, which it depends on the news that will be released this week, right? I think a CPI will be released, December 13, right? Was it not? I think it's this year, and we should be expecting a CPI soon. So if the CPI right on this USD US is actually positive, right, then we would have a bullish move on our US. Then that is when we would now see a drop or a pullback on this euro to USD. But if it is also negative, like the one of last month, right, we would also continue to see this rally movement on this euro USD. So it just depends on the news that will come out, and price, the news for this week can actually change the price downward, or it can continue its movement. But I still believe that there won't be much difference of the news that was released last month compared to this month. No much difference. So we should expect a continuous bullish move. By the way, I don't trade in the news, right? So I try to stay away from this news. I try to stay away from the news until the news have been released. Then I continue my trade. So this is Euro USD. So as at like this now, we would continue to go bullish, right? This is exactly what I believe on Euro USD. So we should continue our bullish move. At least we should take out a level of 1.07. We are currently trading at 1.06 and 1.05, right? Price is trading at 1.05. So we should be able to hit a level of 1.06 by next week and go get to the next level, which is 1.07. So the next target we will be watching out for on Euro USD is a level of 1.07. So that is it. Euro USD bullish. You can still see this price, like I said before, it is trading above our moving average. So we have to still consider to go long. Now that should take us to the daily time frame. What does this daily time frame say? First of all, before you place this trend, before you place a trade, you want to ask yourself, what is this trend? So we clearly can see that the trend is an uptrend move. And you can see that this price is trading above our moving average. As long as it is still trading above our moving average, then there's only one movement you should be watching out for, which is to actually go long. Except this price drops further down, breaks below our moving average, and it is trading below our moving average, then we can look for a way to sell or short. But since it is still trading above our moving average, then we are to go long on this Euro USD. So let's start this movement from here, which I will start for quick analysis, which is an ICE here. We take this as a correction. Then here comes a new ICE. We can now take this as a correction on Euro USD. And guess what we've got next? A new ice is about to play out. So we are still moving up, though the ice we've not gotten the ice, but a new ice is about to happen or play out. So by the time we go up, this ice should be taken out by this week that we are predicting for on Euro USD, and we will continue our bullish move on this Euro USD. So Euro USD for this week, we still speculate, or we still expect a bullish move. Now let's see what this 4 hour time frame actually says. So we are still on an uptrend on the 4 hour time frame. So let's take this as an ice. We take this as a correction. A new ice, of course, we expect a correction to play. So after this correction, what do you expect? A new ice needs to be made that will break this ice. Then we would actually get a new the next ice, which will be this here. And if price can hit it, then not be surprised if you have a correction. After the correction, then we should continue a bullish move on Euro USD. So above on Euro USD this week, we would expect a bullish move. Now let's see what this GBPUSD says. So like we said, for the week, we actually predicted a bullish move. We told you guys that we would want to see a bullish move on GBPUSD, which we actually did, right? So now let's see what this monthly time frame actually says. So you can see, first of all, this was a bearish move. GBPUSD has been dropping, right? You can see it was trading below our moving average. Price was actually dropping, trading above our moving average. And I think you all know how price actually got to this level, right? I think once GBP actually got to its lowest, level, I think for almost 20 or 30 years, right? GBP actually got to its lowest level. Then all of a sudden, price start picking up, right? It is now going up. We are seeing that bullish move, and you can now see this moving average that I'm using, which is 10 period moving average. Now this 10 period moving average is actually to guide us, right? That once this price is below our moving average, then we consider this movement as a sell or a short movement. But if in case this price eventually start trading above it, then we have to go long. We have to look for a long position on this moving average. So you can see that this price previously was trading below this 10 period moving average. Now we've gotten this bullish move, and guess what? We are now trading above our moving average. So this GBPUSD, it is now trading above our GBPUSD. You can see it is now trading above our 10-period moving average. So that is to tell you that this GBPUSD, we have to go long. And one of the reasons why we are having this bullish move on this GBPUSD is that we all know we are seeing a drop or a fall on our DXY. When you take a look at your DXY or USD index, there's a massive fall, right? There's a massive short, right? So this is one of the reasons why GBP USD is actually giving us a bullish move. Now let's see what this weekly time frame actually says. So we can see it's the trend. If, especially when you want to take a trade, you want to ask yourself what is the trend, and you want to know what the trend is. So you can clearly see an higher highs and higher lows is being forming. You can take a look at this as an highs. Here comes higher lows. Then here we've gotten a new highs, and here is an higher lows. Guess what we've gotten here? A new highs, right? So we will be expecting an higher lows soon. I don't think we would have it this week. Possibly in the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks, though, we would have a pullback, but I don't not now. So we would want to see this price actually move further up to take out this level, right? Which is level 1.25. Currently, we are trading at 1.22. So once this price can move further up, take a level of 1.25, then we should expect a pullback on GBP USD. So above all, the weekly time frame, we are bullish, right? Price is trading above our moving average, so you can still see it. As long as it is still trading above our moving average, then there's one movement you have to watch out for, which is to actually sell. So we can take a look at the week 1 of this bullish move, week 2 of this bullish move, week 3, week 4, and this the week 5 that we just finished of this bullish move. So this week, see that we are talking about, we are predicting for, we should also see it open and close bullish. Now let's see what this daily time frame actually says. So like I said, before you place a trade, you want to know the trend. So clearly you can see this is an uptrend move. So let me start this movement from here on this GBP USD. We'll take a look at this as an ice. Then here comes a pullback. A new highs have been made here, and here comes a pullback on GBP USD. Guess what we've gotten again? A new highs. After the new highs, what do you expect? A pullback on this daily time frame. You can see this pullback came to hit our moving average. So if you were following consistently this channel consistently, you would have seen how we were moving bullish on this GBP USD, especially on Wednesday when I told you guys we would be having a bullish move, right? So we actually had it. Even Thursday, we actually expected a bullish move, and we actually got it. So you can now see that this Friday price actually opened and closed bullish. So we would want to still see a further bullish move by next week. Thereby, price will give us a new high. So these highs here will now become our previous highs, right? We now be taken out, or price will break above it. So this week that I'm predicting for, we would want to still see a further bullish move on GBP USD. So we would continue to go bullish, and you can still see this price is trading above our moving average. So as long as it is still trading above our moving average, then there's only more movement you should watch out for, which is to actually continue to go bullish on GBP USD. Now let's see what this 4-hour time frame actually says. So you can see that this 4-hour time frame is trading above our moving average, right? You know, we would want to go long, right? And we want to take a buy position. What is this pricing? Is it trading above the moving average or below? We clearly can see it is trading above our moving average. So that is an indication that this GBP USD, we are still on a bullish move. So by this week, let us be able to take out this ice, right? I think on Monday we should be able to take it out. If we don't take it out on Monday, then on Tuesday, for this week that we are predicting for, we should be able to take it out. But I believe on Monday, we should be able to take it out. You should see a good amount of movement by on Monday. You should be able to take out this ice. Then, once this price actually gets to this level, then we'll be waiting for the CPI to be released. You know, the news that will be released this week, then we should be more waiting for it. If which I believe, you know, we even push our price further. The news that will be released this week will actually make our price go up further. And if it drops, then there's no problem about that. But we want to go long and take out this ice. So from here to this ice here, we will be having at least 80 pips, right? So we will want to continue our bullish move on GBP USD. Now, the final one we want to take a look at is USD JPY. So, I mean, when you take a look at this movement, right, you will see how we've been predicting a bearish move on this USD JPY. I mean, when you take a look at this, their index, when you take a look at your JPY index, you see that this JPY index is giving us a bullish move. That is to tell you that all our JPY pairs is going bullish. So if you have to take and trade anything to your JPY, you should consider a short, right? I mean, you should consider selling your USD to JPY since JPY is giving us bullish move, it's giving us bullish. Coupled with the fact that this our USD index itself or DXY is even dropping. So that is to tell you that if you have to take a trade on USD JPY, then you have to look for a way to sell. So now let's do a quick analysis on this monthly time frame. So you would want to see a two trend. I think this movement started 2020, right? This is a movement of November, which is late 2020. We were having a bullish move on this USD JPY. Price has been going bullish. You can now see this moving average that we are using, which is 10 period moving average. So we all know once this price is above our 10 period moving average, then we have to look to go long, right? We have to go long, right? But you can see for some times price have been trading above our moving average, will be going long. Now we can now see a drop is being made here, and price is dropping to the extent it has now broken below our moving average. So that is to tell you that this USDJPY will continue to go bearish. I mean, when you take a look at your GXY, we are having a drop, and when you take a look at your JPY, you see we are having a bullish move. So that is to tell you that USDJPY itself we have to go bearish. Now this is the weekly time frame we expect, right? So you'd see these movements like a lower lows. Here comes a lower highs, right? And here is a lower lows. After the lower lows, what do you expect? A lower highs, which you just got in. So after this lower highs, what do you expect next? A continuous lower low. So we want to take out this level, which is a level of 130. So I mean, we saw that this price actually came to a level of 137, right? And now price has now dropped to 136, which is giving us like a continuous bearish move, which is more visible on the 4-hour time frame and daily time frame, though, which we'll get into that later. So this is the trend we'll be expecting on USDJPY, a continuous bearish move. So this week that just finished, we actually had a bullish move, which served as a pullback. After this bullish move that has given us a pullback, we should expect a continuous bearish move. Now, if you take a look at this movement, it is trading below our moving average. As long as it is still trading below our moving average, then there's only one movement we should watch out for, we should look to do, which is to actually take a sell, and we should short this. Now let's see what this daily time frame actually says. So you want to know the full trend, like especially when you want to take a trade, you want to know the trend, which is a bearish move. You can clearly see on USD JPY. So you take a look at this as a lows, and here comes a lower highs. You will see a new lows, and here comes a lower highs. Then you would see a new lows, right? Of course, after the new lows, what do you expect? A lower highs. After the lower highs, now we are expecting a new lows. I think by this week we should be able to take out this previous lower lows, right? So from here to this level that we get to our lower lows, that is about 272 pips. That is close to 300 pips. So I mean, I don't think we'll be able to grab it all this week that I'm predicting. I think in 2 weeks' time we should be able to grab it. So I mean, if you can grab about 250 pips in 2 weeks on USDJPY, then there's no problem about that. So USDJPY, we would also continue our bearish move, by the way. You can still see price is also still trading below this moving average. As long as it is still trading below our moving average, then we have to look to sell or go short. And now let's see what this 4-hour time frame actually says. So what is the trend for this? We can see on the 4-hour time frame, this is a bearish move. Notice that on this daily time frame, we want to look for a way to sell, right? We are expecting this price to drop further down. So we want to place this trade on the 4-hour time frame. And what does the 4-hour time frame says? It says lower lows. Assuming we are having a movement like an higher highs and higher lows, right? We will just want to we will stay out of this trade. But clearly, we can see a lower lows and a lower highs. So you can see lower lows, lower highs, lower lows here, and a lower highs. Then we should be expecting a lower lows by next week. So we will continue to have that lower lows and a lower highs on our 4-hour time frame till throughout next week to be able to take out this lows here on USDJPY. So USDJPY, we should expect a bearish move for the week.